would Meghan Markle consider to this day her most embarrassing career moves? Some you probably know of, some not so much. This is all opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, but make sure you subscribe to this channel and stay tuned for more details in this Daily Nerd starting right now. Hey up everyone, it's me, Stef The Alter Nerd, your nerdy alternative, and welcome to another dose of the Daily Nerd, where I break down the news and pop culture stories of the day that's pretty much caught me eye, and oh my goodness, before we jump into all the juicy details with this video's main topic, there is a little bit of housekeeping. Firstly, YouTube human reviewer, I see you looking. I'm not going to say any trigger words or anything that's going to offend your ear holes. And to everyone else awesome enough to have clicked on this video, hey up, how are you all doing? If you've got some very strong feelings about Meghan Markle's past careers, and I bet you do, then make sure you send me a super thanks. It's just below this video right here. It does guarantee a response from me. So let's talk about it, shall we? With that being said though, yeah, let's jump into this one, shall we? So again, this is all opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, of what we may think Meghan Markle may now consider her most embarrassing career moves. Now, the first one, pretty obvious, given one of the previous episodes on archetypes, which, by the way, season 2 ain't happening now because Meghan got fired from Spotify. Here we go. Her infamous Deal or No Deal gig. Here we go. So, between 2006 2007, Meghan Markle worked as a suitcase model on Deal or No Deal, making it one of her earliest on-screen roles, and really her start in the whole industry. Now, during an October 2022 episode on archetypes, Meghan Markle revealed, quote, "I would end up leaving with this pit in my stomach knowing that I was so much more than what was being objectified on the stage. I didn't like feeling forced to be all looks and little substance, and that's how it felt for me at the time, being reduced to this specific archetype." During an interview with Esquire in February 2018, she also said, quote, "Definitely working on Deal or No Deal was a learning experience, and it helped me to understand what I would rather be doing. Since then, of course, she's overhauled her career, and her work always has a lot more agency than she ever did as a suitcase model. As a result, Markle's Deal or No Deal job is categorized as an embarrassing career move, especially as the Duchess felt so objective and underappreciated in the role. Thing is, though, she auditioned for it. She knew what she was getting herself in for the Deal or No Deal role. And it's simple as this. It does not take a freaking brain, the likes of Einstein, to stand, look pretty, be a little bit, woo, and open up a freaking suitcase. Don't take Einstein to do any of that. Come the frick on, right? Absolutely ridiculous. And in the wake of her saying that on her Archetypes podcast, there were actually quite a few briefcase models from Deal or No Deal back in the day that actually came out and said, "Megsy, what are you chatting shiz for?" In other words, I'm paraphrasing, but that's pretty much the gist of it as far as I'm concerned. So, yeah, there you go for that one. Next up, did you know she was on CSI NY? Yep. And she dressed as a sexy maid. Yes, being objectified once again. Oh my goodness, the horror! Oh no! So whilst Megsy's disdain for a role as a suitcase model on Deal or No Deal is clear, the Duchess took on a number of small TV roles that she's probably not that proud of now. Yeah, she was all in, speaking out against Deal or No Deal, but what about this role here? Being objectified as a sexy maid, right? So, there was a role that she played in 2006 episode of CSI NY. The character's name was called Veronica Perez, and it required her to dress up in a sexy maid costume. During the episode, her character cleans the apartments of rich clients whilst wearing only her underwear, and inadvertently becomes a suspect in a murder investigation. And whilst appearing on CSI NY is likely a boon for any working actor, having to wear lingerie to do so probably brings the acclaim down a notch. For someone like Megsy, who's like, do you know what? They only hired me because of my beauty and not of my brains. How dare they? How dare they? Don't they know who I am? Come the frick on. Come the frick on. We then have working at Humphrey Yoga. Yes, so we all had part-time jobs when we were teenagers. For me, specifically, I worked at a restaurant. I did the paper round. I worked, my first proper job was at All Sports, a sports store that's since shut down like years ago. And so, yeah, I worked at bars during my university days, in my late teens. So, yeah, we all had part-time jobs when we were teenagers. Well, a lot of us did anyway. Now, she may be a duchess, but Meghan Markle also had to work an unglamorous job back in the day in the food industry when she was growing up at a frozen yogurt store called Humphrey Yoga. Now, during an interview with the Sunday Mirror, Markle's former boss revealed, quote, Meghan was still at school, maybe a little older than 13, as the rules are strict in California, but she earned minimum wage and she was very popular with customers. She had to prove she had an outgoing personality and would work well with staff. And this is the thing, obviously working at a frozen yogurt store as a teenager isn't necessarily embarrassing, but it's hard to imagine a future duchess working behind the counter at any fast food outlet. In many ways, Markle's job at Humphrey Yoga makes her even more relatable, but it's not particularly in line with a future life as a member of the royal family, and not in line with the whole narrative that she wants to create now, which is, I'm in the high life, blah, 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 and, trying to rewrite her history, in my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, because when have we ever heard of her talking about her time working at Humphrey Yoga? For me, opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, zero! I ain't heard anything from her about that, that's for sure, you know what I mean? And then, another embarrassing career move, failing to book Watch What Happens Live. She tried to get onto this show that's headed up by Andy Cohen, and yeah, she was that irrelevant at the time. Andy Cohen be like, who the hell are you again? So in November 2022, Meghan Markle invited Andy Cohen to appear on an episode of a podcast, Archetypes. And she actually made a huge revelation saying, quote, I was so eager to be on Watch What Happens Live because I was such a Housewives fan at the time and I just couldn't get booked because at the time you were irrelevant. You're only relevant now because you're with Prince Harry. As soon as you're divorced, that's it. You're going into oblivion at that point. No one's going to care whatsoever. Your relevance will be gone. The little relevance that you've got left will be gone. It will disappear. It'll be done. According to the former actor, she was desperate to appear on the show sometime between 2012 and 2014 when Suits was on the air, so when she was playing Rachel Zane at the time. For his part, though, Cohen seems horrified to have turned down the future Duchess, revealing on the podcast, it's now the biggest blunder in the 13 years of the show. Basically, he's kissing butt as far as I'm concerned. She also revealed that she no longer watches the Real Housewives franchise, but not because of any animosity. Oh, no, probably because it's, like, beneath her. But there we go. The final most embarrassing career move that she probably thinks is the most embarrassing, and I've saved the best till last, is, yes, that clip that went viral. Meghan Markle's appearance on a 2008 episode of 90210. And yeah, looking at this picture here, all I'm going to say is this for the YouTube human reviewer out there. Megsy and this character were in a car in the front seats, and she was down, lower down his tummy area. Let's put it this way. I don't think she was munching on an actual sausage. Let's put it that way, guys. So that is a rundown of what we think Meghan Markle would consider her most embarrassing career moves from her past. With that being said, enough with my gob. It's now time for your gobs. If you liked this video and you want more, believe me, there's gonna be more. Then do make sure you subscribe to join our Alter Nerd tribe. I'll be honest with you, Help us get to 100k so we can get that silver play button right there. Like, share, comment down below your opinion, conspiracy theories, and whatever's. Also, as well, if you've got some very strong opinions when I can get my teeth back in about what we've discussed and any other embarrassing career moves you think Meghan Markle has made, then make sure you send me a super thanks. It's just below this video right here. We can have a conversation about this because it does guarantee a response from me. And until the next time, you guys, laters.